Hello, this is Todd with Gravitate Online. Hope you're doing well. Today I want to do a quick segment on Google in the news. Just a few days ago, Joe Light from the Wall Street Journal did a nice little article about Google being ranked number one again um, as the desired place for young employees to work. And it's based off of some research done by Universum. They're a consulting firm, and they actually targeted they sampled over 10,000 young people that had been in the workforce for anywhere from 1 to 8 years. These are all people that had graduated from college and were now working. And they were given a list of 150 employers. In fact, I've got that list right here. This is the list they were given. And so as you can see, it's a mix between media companies, government jobs, tech companies, and they were asked to select their top five that they would like to work for. And as you can see, Google is the clear winner here. Nearly 1 out of 4 said they would like to work for Google. Now, it made me think a little bit. Now I know Google has been on the top place to work on Forbes for, oh gosh, probably the last 10 years, almost every single year, because you see things like, the Googleplex in the heart of Silicon Valley there. You see, you've got cool places to work. They do all kinds of things to make their environment really fun. They've got, masseuses that come in. They've got barbers that, come in and take care of you. You can get your oil changed right there at the Googleplex. And so they do a lot of things to make it a fun place to work. And then they're also famous for giving 20% time, which is 1 day a week, to work on your own projects. Now, that's only for engineers. It's not just for normal sales staff and marketing staff and things like that. It's mostly for engineering staff. But those are the traditional things that you hear about Google, so there's no surprise there because but the thing is a lot of these other companies really try to create these cool, sexy places to work as well. So as I was looking through the list, and you look through even just here the top several, you've got Google, you've got Apple. I was actually surprised to see Apple so low, considering how many cool and sexy things they produce all the time with their iPods and the iPhones and the iPads and stuff like that. And then you got Disney, but this was the surprise. You've got the U.S. Department of State, you've got the FBI, you've got the CIA, you've got NASA, and Teach for America. I was really quite surprised to see how many government or jobs where maybe you're serving the greater good, type of jobs that were really high on that list. And if you look down through this list here, you see in the top 10 several like that. So it makes me wonder if there's a lot of, U.S. Department of Energy. Does that sound exciting? I don't think they're doing conference calls while sitting in a boat or riding scooters down the hall. But what it tells me is maybe young people are really looking for jobs that have a higher purpose. And you look at Google. Google is well known for being an ideological company where they want to change the world, and they want to take all the world's information and make it accessible to everybody. Even Apple, the way that what they've done with design, making things aesthetically pleasing. These tend to be companies with a pretty clear vision about the future. And the U.S. Department, the Department of State, the FBI, NASA, things like that. So I think there's a lot to be said for maybe some of these young people looking for places to work where they're actually serving a greater good, or they have a real higher purpose. So that's just my 2 cents on it. But I wanted to hear what you guys think. If you think that's why young people are choosing these types of places, and why is Google still? If you've read Ken Auletta's book, and I did a recent blog post about it, Google's actually been making several cuts in some of the perks and things like that they give to their employees. They've been, even their legendary lavish cafeteria. I know that they've made some cuts there, to the dismay of some of their longtime employees. but still they're top of this list. So is that just more branding? Or are they just the top sexy cool tech company that everyone wants to be a part of? That you can join them and be in the front end, and you kind of hear about technology before anyone else. Is that the real driver here, or is it real more purpose based? So I want to hear your opinion, and so feel free to add a comment and let me know what you think. So sure appreciate it. That's Gravitate Online for today, and have a good one.